Welcome to another edition of Shelby This Week. Here are the stories we have coming up for you. A local event focused on safety of children at their annual bike rodeo. The Shelby Township Library's new partnership with Imagine Theater is providing its patrons with an opportunity to save some money. We have all these stories and much more coming up on Shelby This Week. Another department store will close its doors. Sears at Lakeside Mall will close in the fall. The department store has been one of the anchors for the mall for the last 42 years. Sears Holdings Corporation made an announcement it will close 63 stores in various states. According to the company, the reasoning behind the closure is a 31% drop in revenue in the last 3 months. In a press release, the company says the store at the mall is scheduled to close sometime in September. The Auto Center will close its doors in July. The company also said some employees will be eligible for a severance pay and have the opportunity to apply for jobs at other stores in the area. Liquidation sales will begin this month. Keeping our children safe is a top priority, and the Kiwanis Club of Utica Shelby Township has always made it their mission to helping our kids feel protected. Celebrating 30 years, the Bicycle Safety Rodeo and Family Safety Fair was an opportunity for learning and teaching. Our Kyle Warzabach has more.
Despite a rainy Sunday morning, kids came out with their decked-out bikes for this year's bike rodeo.
Well, it's the world's greatest bicycle safety rodeo, and this year we have bounce houses. We have hot dogs provided and donated from Dearborn Sausage Company. We have incredible helmet fitting, which is sort of the staple of the event, getting the kids helmets that actually fit their heads, that fit right, that they know how to put them on, and they keep them safe. And if one child leaves here today and that helmet saves their life or just prevents them from getting hurt, even if it's a bruise, I don't care if it just keeps them safe and helps keep tears from their eyes and keeps them in a safe place. We've done our job, and I'm happy with that.
And the bicycle unit of the Macomb County Sheriff's Department was there to inspect the kids' bikes. Officer John Winter shows us what to look for.
Our focus today here is bike inspections, all about safety. The first thing we're going to do is we check air pressure. Tires do leak out over the winter months. You should not be able to push in on the tires. Best way to do is get a gauge, and the air pressure is marked on the tire, so you can inflate it to the proper air pressure. The other thing we're going to inspect is the seat height. Kids grow so fast these days. They should be able to stand, straddle the bike, and the seat, they should still be able to sit on the seat, but both feet flat on the ground.
The event wasn't limited to bike safety, as the fire department led the kids in a fire safety demonstration.
Today we're here at the bike rodeo with our smokehouse, which teaches kids to go through, and the parents to go through their house and check for safety items, such as not having electric items near water, if they're sleep with their bedroom closed, so that if there's fire starts outside of the room, that it keeps the smoke out for a longer time. Check the back of the door with their hand to make sure that it's not hot, so they're not entering a flammable condition. Also to know their address and know how to dial 911 so that they can get help on the way if needed. Know that they need a meeting spot on the outside once they get out to stay out.
For Shelby This Week, I'm Kyle Warzabach.
If you are planning out your summer movie schedule, the Shelby Township Library has a special deal for you and your family. Every Wednesday from now until December 26th, Imagine Theater will offer a movie ticket and a small popcorn for $8. All you have to do is go to the theater and show your Shelby Township Library card, and you're eligible for the discounted combo. Our library is the first one in Macomb County to offer this deal. This is valid at Imagine Macomb and the Rochester locations. If you are a resident and you don't have your library card, just go to the library located on Van Dyke, north of 23 Mile. The card is free, and not only will you be able to get this movie deal, but you will be able to benefit from the many programs the library offers throughout the year. Still ahead, one surprising friendship has brought together two people generations apart. We will tell you how a class project turned into an impressive story. The fish will be biting at Heritage Garden Lake. Learn where your child can fish and possibly win a big prize. To honor National Cancer Survivors Day, one organization encouraged everyone to get out to their walk and run.
If you store your guns properly,
I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside.
Safer when walking home.
I won't have to tell so many family members. I'm sorry.
I won't hear as many scary stories.
And I won't have to tell my kids. This isn't a drill.
Please.
please.
Do it for us.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always, lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
Through a unique bond made by one Utica High School student, a story has been told. Our Stacy Sansatera has more.
I am so grateful I was given the opportunity to hear Gretel's story and write it down for others to experience. She is a person that anyone would be blessed to meet, and I hope anyone who reads this is as inspired by her journey as I was.
This is the story of two seniors, generations apart, coming together and forming a special bond. And it all began with a senior project.
I wanted to do something that really made an impact to somebody, and so I contacted the Senior Center and I asked, is there anything, or do you have any suggestions for what I can do?
And with that, Mary was introduced to Gretel, and after a brief conversation, decided to turn her senior project into the biography of Gretel.
I mean, everybody has their own story, and everybody's life is interesting in a way. But then, of course, like Mary thought mine was special interest, I didn't think so.
And so, Gretel began to tell her story.
I was born in Yugoslavia, in a German village. When the Second World War started, then all these German villages were kind of, how you say, the Germans were all of a sudden enemies to the States.
Gretel was 7 years old at the start of World War II, and life as she knew it was about to change forever.
Because we were a German village, and when the Second World War started, and all that brainwashing from how bad the Germans are affected those people over there in Yugoslavia too.
Life quickly became desperate for Germans living in Yugoslavia.
Then our pastor wrote to the German government and said, our people cannot exist here anymore without protection. And then they sent to our village, they sent a whole bunch of soldiers. And we thought they came for protection. But one time then the pastor called the people together, mostly only the men actually, and said, okay, we're leaving tomorrow.
And after a quick evacuation, Gretel and her family found themselves at the first of many refugee camps.
From one day to the next, it was altogether different. Because in the village, in a refugee camp, you were not on your own. You had to stay, I mean, there were always 2 or 3 families in one room. Or we had to sleep on the floor somewhere, and it was just some straw or some stuff.
Gretel's family spent the next few years from 1942 to 1945 moving from one refugee camp to another.
The German country lost the war, and we were had no citizenship anymore. We did not belong to Austria because we came from Yugoslavia. We did not belong to Yugoslavia because Yugoslavia pushed us out. So we were without citizenship.
And for a high school senior that has only read about this period in history books, Mary found herself learning a big life lesson while listening to the story of Gretel.
Until you really talk to somebody who was there, you don't really understand just how heartbreaking it is. I'm just so inspired by her story and hearing everything that she went through and how she's still so forgiving and so grateful. It makes me want to be more forgiving and more grateful for what I have. It really puts things into perspective.
Grateful for everything, including her family that came from near and far to see Mary present Gretel with her biography.
This is for you.
In addition, Mary surprised Gretel with a song she wrote documenting her life.
I never could have known it at first. Your story has changed my perspective. When things take a turn for the worst.
And through this special friendship that has shared so much, Mary has one hope for this project.
I hope that they realize just to be forgiving and that there's nothing that you can't overcome, because she went through all these things and she's here, she has this huge family, and I think that it's just so good for anyone to hear that, like, you'll get through it, you'll be okay.
And so, because she really does say it best, we will close this story with Gretel's own words.
People are people no matter where you go. God is more important to me than anything else. Then comes my husband, then comes my family. The rest falls into place, and how it goes, it goes.
For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
And in case you were wondering, Mary did receive an A on her senior class project. Be sure to stay with us, because at the end of our broadcast, we will be playing Mary's full song that she wrote for Gretel. For the first time ever, the Shelby Township DDA will host a food truck rally. On July 3rd from 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m., food trucks will be set up with a variety of options to choose from. The trucks will be set up right here in Shelby Township at 7755 23 Mile Road. The rally will be right before the Shelby Township Independence Day fireworks. There are still plenty of spots open for vendors. If you are interested in bringing your food truck, applications are due by June 8th. Visit shelbytwp.org/fireworks for the PDF of the form, or call 586-731-5154. There is a fee of $125 for each participating food truck. If you are interested in learning more about the rally itself, visit their Facebook event page at Shelby Township DDA Independence Day Food Truck Rally. Shelby Township's annual fishing derby is right around the corner. This Saturday, June 9th, kids 15 and younger will be invited to Heritage Garden Lake to fish. This is a free event, and all the children have to do is bring their own fishing equipment. Medals will be awarded to the kids with the largest catch of the day. There will also be other raffle prizes available to win. For more information, visit shelbytwp.org/parks or call the Parks and Recreation Department directly at 586-731-0300. A local Shelby Township business is looking to help a family in need of a new roof. Ridgecon Construction is holding its No Roof Left Behind program again this year, and there is still plenty of time to nominate someone you know who is in need. To nominate, all you have to do is provide some information about the home. A picture of the roof is also needed to complete the form. Nominations can be submitted online at NoRoofLeftBehind.com. The company is accepting submissions until July 16th. The winner will be revealed on August 31st. The winning home will be installed with a brand new roof from Ridgecon Contractors. Sunday was National Cancer Survivors Day, and members of the community gathered at Stony Creek Metro Park to walk to raise money for cancer patients. Our April Morton was at the event and has more.
This is the third annual 5K walk run for the Colors of Hope, and not even rain could keep away the hundreds of supporters. Starting out with a light workout, then off to the races. Supporters of all ages and even man's best friend braved the rain at Stony Creek Metro Park for a very worthy cause.
Today we are raising money for the Cancer Center for St. John Hospital and Ascension Health for our cancer patients that need money in their time of treatment. We help with prescriptions, we help with medications, we help with exams, anything that a patient is needing, we want to help, because when they're going through a cancer treatment, the whole family is devastated.
Nobody plans to have cancer. Nobody plans to be out of work, plans to have to pay their high copays, their travel expenses. And so I'm able to come in with the money that Colors of Hope donates, along with our other social workers and our financial counselors. We're able to provide financial assistance to our patients.
Pam, a 14-year breast cancer survivor, started Colors of Hope 3 years ago because she saw the financial strain treatments were putting on people, like Jennifer Winikowski, who has benefited from the organization.
Finding out that I had cancer and time off with chemo, having no money to be able to do things, say, like Christmas for my sons. They already knew that some of the Christmases were skinny, but being able to provide them with a safe house, with food, with presents that mattered, is so incredibly helpful.
And being hopeful during a difficult time, as well having their own personal stories, is why Pam and Vice President Maria, who lost her mom to cancer, are so dedicated to Colors of Hope. For Shelby This Week, I'm April Morton.
Coming up next on Shelby This Week, the Shelby Township Gardeners Club is back in action, getting their hands dirty. Learn how you can join them this summer. And we will share with you more of the special song Mary wrote for Gretel.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
The Shelby Township Gardeners Club hosted their annual planning day at Heritage Gardens. The club has taken care of the gardens on the municipal grounds since 1976. The planning day has brought a lot of color to the area, and from now until they do their fall cleanup, the Gardeners Club will be continuously caring for the plants and the flowers.
We have a great time. We enjoy being in the dirt and planting flowers, and we hope you'll visit Heritage Garden and see what we've done and enjoy the beauty of the gardens and the fresh air. It's a great place to be.
The Gardeners Club is very busy during the spring and summer, but their work continues all throughout the year, and they are always accepting new members.
There is no age limit, and we are always looking for new members, so that's a good point. Yes, we would like to recruit. Actually, that's how I'm in the garden club. 2 years ago I went to the garden walk, as they normally do, and I ended up joining the club at the end of that summer. So that is a good way to get new members. If you're at all interested in gardening or plants or beauty or just being outdoors, this is the place for you. You should come and see what we've done.
This year's biannual garden walk will be on July 14th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Heritage Gardens is a part of the walk along with many homes in our community. Shelby TV has a brand new show viewers like you will enjoy. Our new living show focuses on all the great things Shelby Township has to offer to their residents. Every show is a new theme. From the Nature Center to the Splash Pad, you can expect a different focus each time. The host of the show is someone you may find familiar. Our Kelly Kasuda takes us through the township to explore and find new things you and your family can do all throughout the year. The show airs weekly, and you can also find it on YouTube by searching Shelby TV. Well, that's all we have for this edition of Shelby This Week. Remember, you can catch this show and all our other programming online or on Facebook. Just search Shelby TV. We will leave you now with the entire song Mary wrote for Gretel. Enjoy, and thanks for watching.
So this is the song I wrote. I Always been a storyteller. I've always been a lover of words. Dreamt of writing the next bestseller. Never thought of writing the truth, but that's when I met you. You told me a story of courage, a story about making it through, and every single word of it is real. I've read the stories in the history books, I've memorized all the facts, but once you take a closer look, you see the heart the textbooks lack. To have everything and nothing in the blink of an eye, but the bravery to forge on ahead. You showed me the strength that we all have inside, and I wouldn't be exaggerating if I said the mightiest dragon couldn't hold a candle to the obstacles you faced. And through each of your life's hardest battles, you never forgot but forgave. Despite it all, you still take the time to be grateful for what you've been given. And out of every story I've ever written, my favorite is the story of you. You invited me in with a smile, gave me cookies and some tea, told me sit down and stay for a while. You wanted to make me see, you wanted to let the world know that people are still people, no matter where you go. Your stories inspired me, they made me believe when you're wronged, you've got to stand up. The way you treat yourself is the way you'll be received. I want to pass that message on for generations to come. The mightiest dragon couldn't hold a candle to the obstacles you faced. And through each of your life's hardest battles, you never forgot but forgave. Despite it all, you still take time to be grateful for what you've been given. And out of every story I've ever written, my favorite is the story of you. I never could have known it at first. Your story has changed my perspective. When things take a turn for the worst, we just need to be a little introspective. So I just want to thank you for giving me the chance to pass your story on. Everyone would benefit from taking a glance at the story of you, the reason for his song. The mightiest dragon couldn't hold a candle to the obstacles you faced. And through each of your life's hardest battles, you never forgot but forgave. Despite it all, you still take time to be grateful for what you've been given. And out of every story I've ever written, my favorite is the story of you.